Norway, a beautiful and peaceful country, has attracted more and more people from many countries in the world who are coming to visit, work, and build their lives here. However, many have also had trouble integrating into society because of cultural obstacles, especially in getting to know and understand Norwegians. That is an issue raised in several books about Norwegian culture, written by both Norwegians and foreigners. In his book, How to Understand and Use a Norwegian, the well-known Norwegian author Odd Børretzen mentions the Norwegian self-consciousness as an aspect that easily makes Norwegians be misunderstood. Right on the cover of his book, The Social Guidebook to Norway, the Canadian author Julian S. Burrell shows a drawing which shows that Norwegians have the same expression in all situations apart from when they are drunk. Usually it seems difficult to guess what Norwegians are truly feeling. Meanwhile, the Australian author Jenny Clay Blake includes a picture in her book, Round Cheese Please, showing Norwegian self-consciousness in the aspect in how Norwegians themselves also find it difficult to guess what other Norwegians are thinking. All these difficulties make foreigners, especially newcomers in Norway, think Norwegians are cold. Many feel desperate and disappointed. It's like the feeling you get when you visit someone's home, you press the doorbell and have been waiting outside for too long, and the person still hasn't opened the door to let you in. So let's listen to foreigners and Norwegians' opinions about the issue.
For example, when you go out in other countries, people can talk to each other in the streets or in the bus, and we can become friends. And in Norway it doesn't happen. Everyone has their private life, and we don't, like I say, we don't open up so much.
I think Norwegian people are very special to deal with, in a way, or at least before you get used to how they work and why they do what they do. It takes a while before they actually show feelings. It's really frustrating. It really is.
In China, we regard Norway as a wonderland. But the first day I came here, what? The wonderland? All I see was snow and it's so cold. I'm a little girl with a lot of luggages, but nobody helped me. Even when I fall down, when I want to get on the train, but nobody helped me. They just sat there. I didn't know why.
Swedish and Norwegian people don't hug each other if we don't know each other. We shake hands.
Maybe the hug is a symbol for like friendship and like people you know and like people you love, and it's not just a thing you do. Maybe it's more special here.
The reason why foreigners think that Norwegians are cold is that we are a little bit reserved, a little bit shy too.
Some say that the Norwegian people are a bit shy and difficult to get acquainted with, but I think that depends a lot on the person, because the Norwegian people are maybe a bit shy, but when you get to know them, you will have a friend for life.
We're born that way, a part of our culture. When we grew up, all the adults around us were reserved, and we took after.
I think this has something to do with the climate, and we have always lived. You know, there are very few people in Norway, So we had to go a long way to meet the neighbor. But nowadays we are moving into cities and we are meeting a lot of foreign people coming to Norway. If you go back, let's say 50 years, I can tell you, I'm born in 46. In 1952, when I lived at Hamar, they had a procession up there just for fun in the streets, and the biggest event in that procession, do you know what it was? I can tell you. It was a Negro, a black man. They had never seen a black man before. But today they are crowded in Oslo.
It's like 1 week ago, after work, there was a guy coming like on the street, and he was also waiting for the bus. And he started to talk to me, and I was like, immediately I was like, why are you talking to me? I like, what's the problem here? Like, I don't know you and you don't know me, why are you talking to me? And he was asking me about what do you think about foreigners. And I was like, oh, that's a big question to ask someone that you don't know and like you meet for the first time. Maybe you are afraid of that because you think that if I ask you to hang out and blah blah blah, they're going to talk about me.
Yeah.
Do you want that or just be quiet? Yeah, it's an easier way to just be quiet.
We have something called the janteloven in Norway. The janteloven, it's not a really law, but it's more like a funny law. The Norwegians should not brag about ourselves. We are a bit afraid of putting focus on good things we have been doing. If you are bragging about yourself, you break the janteloven. And that's maybe one of the reasons why the Norwegian people are a bit shy. We don't want to brag in front of other people, even though we did something really, really good. We also are afraid of violating other people's private life. For example, if somebody is carrying a heavy bag and maybe should have some help about it, the Norwegian people, they are not helping you unless you ask them, because we are afraid of maybe offend you by asking if we should help you carry that bag. We're getting more and more international. Maybe in the future we will be more polite or gentlemen.
So you need to be patient and you have to be genuine and we have to trust you and to believe you. And if we feel we can trust you and you are a good friend, then we will let you inside.
Finally, someone came to offer me help, and they told me that in Norway, if you need help, you need to ask, because people here are independent. So if they offer their help, they may think they are kind of offer some bother to you. So you need to ask for help. And he told me that people here are friendly and they are willing to offer you help only after you ask.
I've been told that it takes a while to get to know a Norwegian, but once you do, you're friends forever. I agree.
We have some mixed cultures now, so I think that can help.
Bother people. Yeah, I don't know. If
And
you want to hang out with someone, do it. If you want to ask someone something, just do it.
Stay open and
have patience.
Maybe we can learn from you.
Yeah, we can all learn from each other.
Yeah, definitely.
If you want to know a Norwegian, just take contact with a Norwegian and he will be a warm and kind person. That's my impression, and that's what I have experienced through my meeting with the foreigners myself. They thought at least that I was an open-minded guy. I think that most Norwegians are like that as well.